I just bought a couple Ecobees for my home and I'm finding it to be buggy and lacking capability. First problem I'm having is not being able to set a specific temperature on the device. It seems to want to put the device at a range starting 2 degrees lower than the temperature that I requested it to be at.
Alexa, tell Ecobee resume schedule on main floor.
Okay, now following your schedule.
Alexa, tell Ecobee set temperature to 68 degrees on main floor.
Okay, setting your main floor auto mode heat to 66 and cool to 71 until your next activity.
Another issue that took me a while to figure out was that I was targeting a sensor name called downstairs, and the commands were actually getting routed to a thermostat named upstairs. So you have to target a device that is an actual Ecobee thermostat and not a sensor device name. This was very confusing at first because it just seems to do this automatically rather than telling you that you're targeting an invalid device name.
Alexa, tell Ecobee to set the downstairs temperature to 65 degrees.
Okay, setting your upstairs auto mode heat to 63 and cool to 68 until your next activity.
And in another example, targeting the sensor by name seems to work fine, but in actuality it's targeting the upstairs thermostat, and we don't know it because it doesn't tell us what device is actually being set at that point.
Alexa, tell Ecobee to resume schedule on downstairs.
Okay, now following your schedule.
Alexa, tell Ecobee to resume upstairs schedule.
Okay, now following your schedule.
At times, the temperature will not be identified correctly, even when I'm standing directly in front of the device and speaking quite clearly.
Alexa, set upstairs temperature to 65 degrees.
Okay, here's Ecobee Plus. What temperature?
65 degrees.
I'm sorry, I can only set the temperature between 45 and 79. What temperature would you like?
65 degrees.
Okay, setting your upstairs auto mode heat to 63 and cool to 68 until your next activity.
And by far one of the most annoying aspects of the Ecobee thermostat is that they cannot be addressed as a pair or as a home, even though the application does have the concept of homes and multiple homes. So you cannot say, for example, tell Ecobee I'm leaving and have the entire home get set to an away state. So if you have multiple thermostats, you have to do this multiple times, which is really, really annoying and just a complete user experience fail on the part of Ecobee.
Alexa, set mode to away.
Okay, here's Ecobee Plus. For which thermostat?
Both.
Sorry, there is no thermostat named both in your Ecobee account.
Alexa, tell Ecobee I'm leaving.
For which thermostat?
All.
Sorry, there is no thermostat named Hall in your Ecobee account.
I consider all of these to be bugs that are easily fixable, and hopefully by demonstrating the issues, the company will fix them. But in this day and age of AIs and learning systems, I would expect even much more out of this. I would expect to be able to set a temperature for downstairs and have the upstairs coordinate with the downstairs thermostat to optimize the energy usage in the house. For example, in a house that's 2 stories, you can't just simply shut off the upstairs thermostat, or unless the access to the upstairs is completely blocked off. the downstairs thermostat or heating ventilation system would be running constantly, trying to keep up with the heat loss that is going to the upstairs. And most HVAC people I've talked to about the issue say that yes, you need to maintain a certain temperature in the upstairs of the house in order to preserve the temperature in the downstairs without stressing the entire system. So you need to run both systems. But what do you set your upstairs thermostat to optimize the downstairs system as well and create a good balance? Do you set the upstairs to 2 degrees above the downstairs, same temperature, 1 degree above, 1 degree below? I think it probably varies from house to house what that optimum setting is, and it would be helpful if the thermostat could actually learn what optimum setting uses the least amount of energy for a given temperature setting across both thermostats. That's where really these people need to go with this device, and I think they're falling far short of expectations for what a device could and should